Thank you very much, Dr. That's the Vice President of the NIC, and I'll be moderating this interesting session on AI and research. It's going to be an hour presentation. We'll have 50 minutes by the presenter and 1 minute, 10 minutes. So I esteemed the presenter, I would do some housekeeping rules. I would really encourage all of us to mute our mics, except it's time for questions. The chat box, and at the end, if necessary, if you want to voice your questions, you could use the raise hand emoji, and you'll be recognized. Once again, please let's mute our mics while I read a brief um, bio of our presenter today. It's also nice to know that she's not she's an educationist and not an anesthetist, which is or an intensivist from our previous webinar. Dr. Esther F. Thompson is an associate vocational technology at the Department of Curriculum Studies and Educational Technology, University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. She majors in instructional design and technology, with special interest in the application of artificial intelligence in education and research. She attended the University of Port Harcourt, where she obtained the BSc Ed in economics and was awarded the best graduating student of her department. She obtained the Master of Education degree in educational technology and Doctor of Philosophy or a PhD in educational technology from the Department of Curriculum Studies and Educational Technology, University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. In 2016, Dr. Fomsi obtained a diploma in instructional design from the African Virtual University, Nairobi, Kenya. She was employed as a lecturer at the University of Port Harcourt in November 2007 and has risen to the rank of associate professor. She has served in different capacities in the university, some of which include acting director, Center for Medical Research and Training, CENMET, member, Regional Strategic Planning Committee, member, International Accreditation Committee of the African Center of Excellence in Public Health and Toxicology Research, instructional designer, University of Port Harcourt Open and Distance E-Learning Center, curriculum developer, Center for Medical Research and Training, and just to mention a few. Currently, she's the chairman of the Graduate Studies Committee for two centers in the university, namely the Center for Medical Research and Training, CENMET, and the Counseling and Human Development, CHTech. Outside the University of Port Harcourt, Dr. Esther Fonte has collaborated with African Virtual University, Nairobi, Kenya, where she served as e-tutor in the Teacher Education Basic ICT Skills Certificate Program. She also served as a model developer and reviewer on ICT basic skills in English. She's also a resource person, curriculum mapping and harmonization workshop at that university. She's a member of several professional bodies, such as the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World, OWSD, Educational Media and Technology Association of Nigeria, World Council for Curriculum and Instruction, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, Curriculum Organization of Nigeria, and just to mention a few. She has facilitated several workshops on digital skills empowerment and artificial intelligence in education. As part of her community service, she has organized free digital skills empowerment workshops and webinars. She's a seasoned teacher, researcher, human resource developer, e-learning expert, and media specialist. Outside of work, she's passionate about cooking, family, recreation, and social work. She's happily married with 2 children. I present our moderator, Dr. Esther Pomsi, who will be giving us a very in-depth and very wide on artificial intelligence and research.
Thank you very much, moderator. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the numbers that are here. So many participants. It gladdens my heart because what I enjoy the most is seeing people follow technology trends. So I'm hoping that today we will add something new to the knowledge we already have. A lot of us may have been using AI, but each time I attend the training on AI, I still learn one or two new things. So in just a moment, I'm going to share my screen. You can see my screen.
Yes, we can. I can see from here.
We can see your screen.
Only that I can't hear from this side. I don't know if it's the same.
It's the same thing, sir. We are not hearing her.
Okay, maybe she's having.
We are not
Okay,
hearing.
we wait. Okay, we wait.
Okay. So the current director of the the Center for Medical Research and Training, CENMERT.
Can't hear any longer.
I think she's having slight problem with her network. So just be patient. This will be resolved soon.
So I sincerely hope you can all hear me now. Heard?
Yes, we can hear you, ma. Thank you.
We can hear you, ma.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. I think it was network initially. Okay, so I know before now, a lot of persons would already have idea on the use of AI, but I always believe that irrespective of how much you know, there's always a room to learn more. So I want to try my best to see if I could add an extra knowledge to what we already know on the use of AI. So let's start by sharing our training objectives. So we'll just briefly look at artificial intelligence for the T's, how we can use it ethically in research, what can help you get the most out of AI. And that's what we call effective prompting. Prompting gives you the if same things that ordinarily humans would have done. So that's what we just call artificial intelligence. I want us to focus on, and that is generative AI. Generative AI. For short, it's called Gen AI. So what's generative AI? It's an aspect of artificial intelligence where you prompt the AI technology and it responds to you using natural language conversational interfaces. Now, that's what makes Gen AI very unique. It uses a conversational interface, a natural language conversational interface. So you're talking with a computer like you're talking to a friend, like you're talking to a colleague, like you're talking to an associate. So Gen AI has been has revolutionized the world of artificial intelligence. And Gen AI when you prompt it, it doesn't just go to websites and just bring everything that's there on the websites. Um, and believe it will be settled shortly. Please bear with us. It's the raining season, so the rains have a way of interrupting it in real time. That's why there wasn't a recorded presentation.
Yeah, Chief, Please, could it be positioning or can
Yeah,
change? Yes.
I don't know if
that experience in our,
it's okay, I can share her screen because I don't know if it's only the screen, but if it's audio, then we have to wait for her.
Okay. My network is really, really bad, and I don't know why. I've been shuttling between 3 networks, and I'm having these issues. Okay, I don't know if I can be heard. Can I be heard?
Yeah, can hear you now.
Yes,
Yes,
Dr.
can hear you.
Yes.
Hear you loud and clear.
Good.
Okay, so I was trying to say, whenever AI,
Yes, go ahead.
and it gives you content and gives you the sources from where the content is. Now, when you go back to check each of those sources, you open each of those sources, you'll find out that what the content it has given you cannot be found exactly in those sources word for word. It doesn't, you can't see them word for word in those sources because it produces a new content. So it will draw on existing content and produce a new one. That's how Gen AI works, and that's why it's so beautiful. In fact, if you are working on a project with a colleague, the same project, and both of you use exactly the same prompts, the content that will be delivered to both of you will be different. The content that will be delivered to you, both of you, will be different. So I'm taking some of my colleagues on personalized AI training. So on Tuesday, in one of the sessions, one of them was trying to work on the concepts, this TED Fund NRF concept notes. So I was trying to take him through how to use ChatGPT to make it a lot easier for him. So I gave him a prompt in his field, and I was using the same prompt. And when I started reading my content, he was telling me that's not what he's saying. I said, I know, because Gen AI will produce 2 different content with exactly the same prompt. So that's what makes it so beautiful to use. Now, what are some things AI can do for us? Why do we encourage our colleagues to embrace AI? AI can give you one of the most powerful literature review, but you must know how to prompt effectively. In fact, outside Nigeria, there are courses that are already being floated called prompt engineering. So for those of you who are in the medical field, you could, if you prompt effectively, you use the right AI tools, because there are some AI tools that are just meant for those of you in the medical field, like the literature. It's an AI chatbot that's just meant for those in the medical field. So it draws information from PubMed, you know, and there are still a few others that you can just use for your field, but it still boils down to effective prompting. So AI can give you one of the best literature review. AI can help you customize your educational content, your content, to match your students' learning preferences. For those of you who are teaching, AI can create images, realistic images, animations, virtual patients. If you want to use the advanced type of AI, it's possible that if your institution makes room for it, you could have a simulation lab where when students want to go on, when students want to do their practical sessions, they don't necessarily need to use humans. They could use virtual patients, and they can practice their clinical skills in that safe, controlled environment. So AI can do that. That's one aspect, one practical application of AI. AI can also help you to assess your students without stress. AI can help you to assess your students without stress. So sometime last month in July, last week of July, we were in a workshop. I was a resource person with some other colleagues from other universities. So one of our colleagues was telling us that he needs to generate 100 multiple choice questions for a CBT test, computer-based test that was to hold the following day. And we were still in that workshop up till 5 p.m. But he didn't have to worry, because after the workshop, when he got home, all he needed to do was tell AI to help him generate 100 multiple choice questions based on the content he taught. So he put the content in AI and told AI to generate 100 multiple choice questions based on that content and include the right answers. And in less than 3 minutes, that was done. So AI can help you to overcome assessment limitations. That's another beautiful afforder for research. So when it comes to article writing, publishing your articles, conference papers and all that, AI can help you out. It can generate your outline for you for the talk, develop the draft the content for you. It can change the entire content for you. It can help you with citation. These are some of the affordances of AI. These are the reasons why we're encouraging our colleagues, please don't see it as this thing is replacing human, because you, the human, you are the person controlling this. AI cannot do what you don't tell it to do. It can't even understand it if you don't simplify it. We will see very practical examples. So we encourage colleagues, please, say that for you. It can do all that for you. And then, of course, we've talked about assessments, getting instant feedback in real time, intelligent grading. Then when you talk about generating images, all you need to do is give it good description, and then you get your AI generated 3D models, effective illustrations, things you can use in your classrooms. The of preparing PowerPoint presentations is gone with AI, completely gone. In 2 minutes, you can present your work. You can create your PowerPoint in 2 minutes, with or without content. Okay, so some months back and said she had a topic she wanted. It has to do with students, and she needed my input since I was in education. So I said, okay, that's it. So we'll come to the ethical use of AI, because in as much as it has a lot of things it can do for us, we still don't expect to use it unethically. We don't expect you to use it unethically. So most responsibly. So when she said that, I said, okay, fine. Tell me when you'll be around. I'll just stroll down to your place. She stays very close to me. And we just went there. And I just put her through. And right there, she saw how AI developed the content. And all she needed to do was now look at this content, add her own human touch, her own human knowledge, her own to fine-tune it, and we're good to go. You can use AI. Now, let's talk about prompt engineering. I hope I can still be heard. Can I be heard?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you loud and clear.
Hear you, ma'am.
Yes, we can. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to be sure I wasn't talking to myself. All right. So let's talk about prompting, because like I said earlier, the key to getting the best, the most out of your AI chatbot is. So sometimes you see somebody will just go to ChatGPT and say, describe this for me, give me this, tell me this. No, that's not the best way to get what you want from AI. So let's talk about prompts. What's a prompt? It's just telling the AI what you want it to do for you. That's just prompt. The command you give to it. So Google, it was, we call it now let me remember that name. AI has taken over. Yeah. So what we were doing with Google, but in the case of AI, we call it prompting. So if you want to get the best from AI, you have to prompt effectively. Whatever you want to create, it all boils down to AI. Your prompt should be clear, should be specific, should be creative. Don't forget, this thing is artificial. It's artificial. Even with a human, there are sometimes you give complex, small machine. So sometimes with prompts, we don't use our punctuations, we don't use what we call tokens, and then AI will give you something very, very sketchy, very, very, very scanty, and we just use it and we're excited. We have not seen clear, specific, creative. Before you start, when you want to prompt, before you start, you must introduce yourself. I mean, just like you literally would meet somebody new and you're telling the person, I'm Dr. This, I'm Professor This, and you get to know yourselves before you people start on the project. Okay, so let's take an example. The TED Fund concept note has been submitted. For anyone whose concept note has been approved, when it will be approved, you have to work with your team. Some of the team members may be people you do not know personally, but when you meet them, you have to introduce yourself. It's the same thing with AI. It doesn't know you. It's just a moment. Introduce yourself. You need to tell AI who you are, what you do, then what you want. Tell it about yourself. Use keywords. If you think you need to include some examples, including those examples. So sometimes I could tell AI, like when I was working on the concept notes for some of my colleagues who needed assistance, I told the AI, okay, so I want to give you some subheadings, and I'll give you that you distribute this content based on the subheadings I will list out to you. And I asked the AI, do you understand? He says, yes, I understand. Give me the content. You are saying I should. So you converse. So just like you meet a human for the first time and you want an interaction with that human, the same thing you do with AI. You can't just go into AI and just throw in your question. Just as you threw it in, that is what AI will throw out for you. So you must give that is much needed for you to get the best. So tell AI something brief about yourself. It doesn't have to be complex. About your work. So it now has a background, and whenever it's generating anything for you, it will keep that background in mind. We're going to see some examples. When writing, you must use what we call tokens. What are tokens? Tokens are just basic units. So if I say, explain the meaning of anesthesia, that's 5 tokens. You have put it in natural language. It will look at it and break it down into bits, which we call tokens. And based on that, it will now give you a result, which it will present, which you now read out. It makes it readable for you. So your choice of token will greatly impact how the AI understands your prompt. So if you think you can write to AI without using your punctuations, without using simple sentences, AI. So when prompting AI, try as much as possible to use simple sentences. Several simple sentences are better than complex sentences. If you make your sentences so complex, it will get confused. And you will not get the best output. So break down the prompt into okay. So let's move into ethical use of AI. Sorry, I'm trying to be a bit fast because we'll do some practical sessions. So let's just try and see how much we can go through this. So
your screen is off.
I think we have lost her a bit.
Am I the only person?
No, I can't hear too.
No, there is a network glitch. Soon be back.
That's the patient.
Apologies, please.
The
She'll
network
soon be back.
is bad.
Yeah, the weather down there where she is, I think, is not good, affecting that. So let's give on her behalf. But it appears it's not only the video. Yeah, at the end of it, we'll conclude
Nice one.
what is the role of
We'll
AI
ask
here.
AI.
Yeah, yeah. All right, please let's be patient.
Let's ask the AI. Let's prompt
Yeah.
the AI to give us more lecture now.
AI has all the
That's
Okay, sorry, I was logged out. My network threw me out. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and you can see my screen too.
Very
Yes, ma'am.
well.
Yes,
Okay.
we can. We can
All right.
see us, doctor.
All right. Yes, all right. Thank you. So yeah, I was talking about a colleague. So by the time he was done, I said, okay, you need to go back and start. Wow. I said,
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
so I said, of course, you need to paraphrase. There's no way.
Yes,
As a good academic,
we are seeing
you must maintain integrity, transparency, and honesty. Those are the things you cannot do without. You must make sure that you don't go and present AI-generated content as if it were yours. That is academic dishonesty. Where applicable, where appropriate, please acknowledge the use of AI. I always get this question, so maybe I should just address it. The question is, okay, so when we finish writing our paper, are we going to say it's AI generated, or are we going to put AI in referencing? No, we don't put AI in referencing, but I know several international journals make room for a page, acknowledgement page, where you say some aspects of literature review in this paper were done with the assistance of AI. Such declarations are usually made on acknowledgement pages of some international journals. So it's appropriate that you acknowledge the use of AI in the aspects where you used it. And please, 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 and please, AI should be used in writing. This is very important because you will see that with AI, you don't even have to bother doing any stressful work. But you don't use it as a replacement for your writing, you only use it as a supplement. So for every training I do, get AI detectors, not just plagiarism checkers, because if I generate a 20-page paper using AI and you pass it through your plagiarism checker, it will not see it. It will tell me 0 plagiarism. It will tell me 0 plagiarism. But through an AI detector, it will tell you 74 or 80% or 90% AI. So in addition to having plagiarism checkers, institutions should start having AI detectors. They've made it accessible. So it's important that we get AI detectors so that people don't depend on AI completely. So we're taking these rules again. Use AI transparency and honesty. Do not produce your which was AI generated. Acknowledge the aspects where you used AI. Nobody is saying don't use AI. It is not a crime to use AI. It is not an academic crime to use AI. It's only an academic AI as a replacement without paraphrasing, without adding knowledge, and without acknowledging AI. So here I have outlined some guidelines for the ethical use of AI in research. I won't bother reading through, but okay, I think the host mistakenly. So, there's a background noise. There's a background noise that's interfering. It's like somebody's honking the car. Okay,
Sorry,
so I was saying that I won't bother reading these guidelines, but I've outlined them so that when you get the slides, I've already submitted the slides. So when you get the slides, you can go, please use them. But let me mention something here. Critical evaluation. Now I'll tell you an experience I got. Please, anytime AI generates content for you or data for you, critically evaluate it. In fact, I keep telling people that AI is not here to destroy critical thinking. It's here to even promote it. It's here to promote it because when AI generates content, you must critically evaluate it. So let me give you an experience, okay? I was writing a book, my research book, and I wanted to explain the different referencing styles. So I decided to use an article I co-authored with my PhD student. So I just went to an AI chatbot and put in the title of my article, and my article came up, but not with my name, not with my student's name. My full article was there, but assigned to 2 different authors. I got confused. I looked at the title of the article again. I was like, is this not a paper I wrote? I looked at it. I said, but this is my paper now. I still remember the content. I knew I wrote the contents. My PhD student helped with the literature review. So I knew what I did. So it couldn't confuse me. Even though AI tried confusing me. I said, but this is my article. How come I'm seeing 2 different authors? So I went back to my system and called up the article before I sent it out for publishing. I looked at it, and that was the article I was saying, but assigned to 2 different authors. That is how bad AI can be at times. That's why when it gives you some content, please don't swallow it hook, line, and sinker. Go and confirm that. You can use other AI tools. There are good AI tools that are so particular about there's some AI tools that are so particular about academic integrity. So they screen your AI content. So you can use them to critically evaluate your content. And please, there are some times when AI will give you something that is off what you have asked it to do, something off your work. So that's another reason why you must critically evaluate what it's giving you, so that you are sure that it maintains the accuracy and quality of your work. These are some things you need to do. Then, of course, don't forget, follow your institutional guidelines. I think in Uniport, the use of AI is about 50 students. So even if they want to use AI, they can't go above that. So follow the institutional guidelines. Some institutions don't even allow the use of AI at all. Well, for such institutions, I believe they are losing out because there's so much that AI would have done. So here I have just given a list of the very popular AI tools. This is ChatGPT. That's the most popular. Actually, it's the first generative AI launched in November 2022 by OpenAI. OpenAI is an organization, and Google felt challenged. Why should it be that in terms of AI, they were not the first? So they came up with Google Bard, B-A-R-D, which was later changed to Gemini. And then we have Copilot, which was developed by Microsoft. Another very, very good AI. The beauty of Copilot and Gemini is that the free versions can generate images for you. But for ChatGPT, except for this new model, 4.0 model, the older model was not able to generate images. Even the 4.0 model, sometimes it will tell you, I am not an image creator. Sometimes it will tell you that. So except you're using the paid version of ChatGPT, a lot of times you may not be able to get images from ChatGPT, but you can get images from Gemini and from Copilot. Microsoft Copilot, very good in creating images. But there are others that also create good images, like Midjourney, like Ideogram, like I'm trying to remember some, Leonardo AI. There are several of them. They can create good medical images for you. Gamma is just one of my favorites for creating PowerPoint presentations. It's not the only one. There's Dectopus, there's Slide, there's Beautiful AI. Those ones are also used for PowerPoint. The Gamma my favorite. It just gives me what I want, so, and it's so easy to use. So I usually prefer Gamma. So I just listed a few here. ChatGPT is not connected to the web. So those of you who are using the app, you're making a wrong decision. We always advise that if you want to use ChatGPT, just go online, chat.openai.com. Just go to chat.openai.com. But even at that, if you don't connect ChatGPT to the web, you won't get the most out of it. You need to connect ChatGPT to the web. How do we do so? So I've just included in the slide here what you need to do. We use a Chrome extension called Web Chat GPT. Now, why use Web Chat GPT? Why link, sorry, not use actually. Why link Web Chat GPT? Why link your Chat GPT to the web? Because when you do, whenever it's giving you information, it will include references. And it will give you at least 98 to 99% of up-to-date and accurate results. And it will give you the sources where it's getting them from, so that you can always confirm. So it's better to use ChatGPT after linking it to the web. So how do we link it to the web? I've included the steps here. So that when you get this, you can do that. Link it to the web, go to your Chrome web store or on your browser, just like web. Give you several options. There are some that are third party. So just click on the one that is coming from Chrome directly. When you type web ChatGPT on your browser, several options will come up. Click on the one that's from Chrome. And then when it comes like this black thing you're seeing here. So you click on add, and when you add to Chrome, another prompt will come up for you to add extension. Click it, add extension, and then it will tell you ChatGPT web chat. You can pin it to your browser. And how would you know if web chat now? Sorry, I have to end this. I have to end this slide for now and take you to the internet directly so that I can show you what to do. Then we can come back to Gamma. So like I said, so in a moment, I'll stop share and then share another. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Can you tell me what you're seeing?
We're seeing the Zoom website.
Zoom.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I just wanted to be sure you can see my screen. All right, so I want to take you to ChatGPT. Now, it's always advisable that you create an account with ChatGPT before using it. Create an account. The reason is because it will mine up every conversation you've been having with it. It will mine it up. So if you look at the left pane, I hope you can see my ChatGPT screen. Can you see my
Yes, we can.
ChatGPT screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can see previous 7 days, some of the things you can see previous 30 days, some of the things I did. You can see in July, some of the things I did. It's still coming up till 2023. You can see in June, some of the things I did. So that's the beauty of creating accounts. I can go on and on, May, April. So that's the beauty of creating an account with ChatGPT. it can help you, it will mine up your conversations with it. So you can always go back if you think there's a prompt you used some time ago and you got one of the best results, you can always go back and get those prompts. Okay, so let's assume that we want to work on the concept notes, NRF TED Fund concept notes. Okay, so I noticed, I don't know if it was peculiar to my university, but I noticed that there was okay, I don't know. Was somebody talking to me?
No, go ahead.
Can I still be heard?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Yes,
We can hear you.
yes, we can hear you.
And clear.
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. So yeah, I was saying I wasn't sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I was saying I wasn't sure if it was peculiar with my university, but I noticed that when there was that call for submission of concept notes, a lot of people in medical field, medical profession were not applying. So I called a few of my friends and I was like, did you apply for this? They said, no, they don't think they will have to. I said, why not? Let's collaborate. It's not something you do alone. It's not all about people within your field. You know, so I told them, okay, there's one I said, okay, I have an idea. I'm doing something. There's a breast cancer project I'm doing. I'm trying to design a game, a digital game that will help young academics, you know, it will create more awareness on breast cancer. It will create more awareness among females, young females, on breast cancer. So I said, okay, I'm working on that project already. Would you like to join me? He said, yes, he's an oncologist. So I said, okay, let's work together. So we just put the concept note together and sent it. And we had several persons who were working on that, who are working on that project, who we submitted and to put the ideas together. And then I remembered another friend who is also a consultant in University of Port Harcourt, and I was like, I'm doing something on a digital game for breast cancer. Would you want to do the same thing for prostate cancer? He's a urologist. And he said, wow, that's a great idea. So, okay, so let's work together. You'll be the principal investigator for that project. And that was how we worked together, put the concept note together, and we submitted it. In each of those cases, I didn't have issues putting the things together because I had a heads up. We just go look at the headings in the concept note, put the ideas together, send it back to AI for it to give us more ideas together. And we came up with something really good. So it's actually so easy to achieve a lot of things when you learn how to use AI, when you learn to manipulate it. I mean, you can do a literature review, copy that literature review, take it to AI and tell you no sources because it's your content. So these are some things we can do. So at this point, I want us to share. I hope you can see my screen. Please just tell me what you're seeing. Let's be sure we're together.
Third form.
Beautiful. All right. Okay, so here we are. This is the TED call. I don't know if it's still on. I know they extended it by 7 days, which should have ended yesterday. So I don't know if there's still an extension. If there is, those of you who have not worked on it, you can collaborate with others from different fields, please. I keep telling my friends who are in medicine, there's a whole world outside your medical field, a whole world. So don't restrict yourself to just your area. Please try to diversify, try to work with others. There's so much you can do collaborating with other people who are not in your field of study. So don't limit yourself. There's a whole world out there. You can work with these persons. So let's look at the notes. So under the first category, humanities, but this is the one I worked with when I was collaborating with 2 of your senior colleagues. We looked at we we looked at STEM, what did they call it? SETI. So this was what we used for the 2 concept notes we developed. But that's not all. I think TEDFund gave us a list of what they wanted, the headings. So I know they talked about the background to the study, they talked about literature review, they talked about theoretical framework, aim and objectives, research questions, expected outcomes, innovation, if I can remember clearly. So now let's assume we want to tell ChatGPT to help us. We're looking at health and social welfare. Sorry, is it health and social welfare? I'm trying to see. Yeah, health and social welfare. So what do? I go to ChatGPT. Now, who can remember the first thing we said you should do when you want to talk with with any AI bot? What should we do? What's the first thing we should do?
Introduce
background of yourself.
Exactly. Give you a little background of yourself. Oh, give a little background of yourself. Just a moment. Let me get my laptop power pack. My battery is running down. I'm really sorry, please. I'm back. I went to get my power pack, please. Okay, so we said we want to introduce ourselves. Now, something I forgot to mention. Please always use the second person. Don't use the first person singular when talking with AI bots. Let the AI as an anesthetist. You don't say that. You say you are. So AI now takes that's your responsibility, that's your role. So can somebody start with that introduction? Can I get suggestions from the audience? So somebody should just craft an introduction and let's type it and see.
Hi.
You
You're a doctor which specializes in urology, and you like to do proposal targeted at early detection of cancer in children.
A medical doctor who specializes in what?
Pediatric cancers.
You're a medical doctor who specializes in pediatric cancers?
Yes.
Okay. It's underlining my spelling of pediatric. Am I getting it?
No, it's because you're using it's okay. It's British. Your computer is American.
So if you remove the A,
okay.
If you remove the A in front of the E, it will accept it.
Maybe the computer is American computer, so the British spelling.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so you're a medical doctor who specializes in pediatric cancers. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, can you move on with your prompt?
I'd like to write a proposal on about finding a test that.
Are you saying you want to write or AI is writing?
Okay,
you want to write or AI is writing?
Okay, you write. sorry, ma. You write about you write a proposal about a research about finding a test that can pick pediatric cancer at the very earliest stage based on complaints of the.
All right. You know why I paused? You know why I paused?
It's complex.
Because we don't want. Remember our rule. Our rule is
Simple.
make it simple and concise. So it's always better you short, similar with the first one, and we've used our punctuation. You're a medical doctor who specializes in pediatric cancers, and it's beautiful. So give us another short sentence. You can put up to 5 or 10 short sentences. It's better than 1, 2 complex sentences.
Okay. You should write a walk with the aim. With the aim?
So you're telling me to write. Is
Hello?
it for hello? Is he writing for a research proposal? Is he writing for a grant proposal? Is he writing for
I'm trying to use
Is he writing for a
We
dissertation?
can say write a 2,500 word proposal on research proposal on plant-based remedy, for cancers.
Okay. Is that all?
You also want to find.
Yeah.
You also want to find the other prompt you like to add is you find a test that can pick up these cancers at the earliest stage.
Okay. All right. So when we say 2,000 word proposal, what proposal for? A proposal for what? These are some specifics that you give your AI. A proposal for what? What's the proposal for? Because that will help AI know how to craft the proposal.
Like
so is it for
research proposal?
Is it for the NRF concept notes?
Can we say a proposal for TechCon concept notes? Hello?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Sorry, prompting takes some time. That's why it's called an engineering.
No problem, Prof.
Okay, so you want to write a concept note for the research topic. Please, can we have the topic before these other prompts can follow? So can we have a topic for this? Okay, maybe we can use this one Prof gave us, plant-based remedy for cancers. Okay. I think the concept node was actually 1,500. So let's do this. Write a 1,500 word concept note using the following subheadings. So we're listing the subheadings. Background to the research, literature review, theoretical framework, objectives, research questions. Please take note of my use of punctuations. Research questions, expected outcomes, innovation. Yeah. And innovation. Okay. Ensure that the entire concept notes does not exceed 1,500 words. Are we good?
Yes, we.
Yes, ma'am.
Subheadings listed. Is there another thing we can? All right. So let's see whether it will give us a 1,500 word concept note and use the subheadings we have listed. So let's hit the send button. We forgot to ask statement of the problem. I think that was one heading that was also included. Of course, we're gonna always prompt it to do the same. All right. Right, so we went under the subheadings, which of course you can't just use verbatim as it is. You humanize it. In fact, what I usually do is when I get this, I can use the same prompt for Gemini, I can use the same prompt for Copilot, and they will all give me different. I will go and humanize it. It is the humanized content that I will now use. It's the humanized content I will now use to start adding my own ideas. So now let's look at this background. I want to copy the background and I want to check the level of AI. So let me go to my browser here. I'll type this another AI. Yeah, AI on the text. It's an account with this if you want to use it. So I'm clicking on AI on the text. Okay, so AI on the text. Please try as much as possible to create an account with these tools. Okay, so it's telling me that at least 250 words. That's because I'm using the free version. So I have copied that already. I can come here and click balance or more human, and then I can paste here what I copied. It's 153 words. It's not up to 250. So I can even do more. Let's see if I can get the literature review and add it. I hope it won't be more than. Hope it won't be more than. Hope it won't be more than 250. It may be because this seems very lengthy. Okay, let me just check this. Let me see the literature review. Yeah, we could have equally told AI to add authentic references. That's one thing we didn't do. Add empirical reviews. That's what I do. I always tell it, if I want empirical review in that particular output, I tell it to add 3 empirical reviews, 4 empirical reviews, as it may be. So here we are. I have pasted the literature review. I removed the background. This is 237 words. Okay, so I click on AI detector. 54% detected as AI content. 54%. Is this true? Let's check it out. So let me copy this. We will come back to AI on the text. Sorry, please. Maybe I should just copy from ChatGPT. Okay, it's already highlighted here. Okay. So I'm going to another AI tool. Sorry, I'll just keep navigating. I'm going to another AI tool. That's another one that helps me to know how much of AI. So GPT-0, GPT-0, GPT-0. AI on the text said it's 54% AI. GPT-0 is a stronger one. So let's see what GPT-0 will give us. It's coming up. Oh, network. Okay, while it's coming up, let's go back to AI on the text. Sorry, I'm a bit fast. Really don't have much time anymore. Okay, so it's telling us that it's 54% detected as AI content, which is not good. So what do I want to do? I want to humanize it. So I come here, click on humanize. This is the free version, so we may have some limitations, but it's rewriting it. It's rewriting it. Meanwhile, let's go back to our, So here we are. This one has come up. This GPT-0. I'm pasting this content, and then I want to check the origin. I want to see if it's also the same 54% AI. So while it's telling me that this is 0 AI, that it has humanized it for me. It has humanized it. It changed the original text. You can see the original text here. I can click here. It will show me the original text, but it changed it and gave me this result. So what I was saying is that usually it is the humanized result I usually copy and now sit down, add my own idea, add my experiences from my field, add the things I have known, and then I still paraphrase. I still send it to Grammarly or Quillbot to see paraphrase after adding my own knowledge. And when you do that, I tell you, your work is going to be superb. So let's see. You see GPT-0 is telling me it's 99% AI. It is 99% AI. Just look at this. I hope you can see my screen, please. I hope we're together.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Very
I
well.
can.
So you
I
can see
can.
the
Yes.
GPT-0 has a stronger AI detector. So I always prefer using it. So undetect AI says it's just 54%, but GPT-0 says it's 99, which is true. It's even telling me zero human, which is absolutely true. Now let's see. Let's go and use this humanized result. I hope we're all following. Let's copy this humanized result gave us and take it back to GPT-0. Let's take it back to GPT. Okay. So sorry, let me see if I can clear this. I didn't log in. Sorry, let me just delete this and paste a new one. I didn't log in, so I know I'm gonna have some issues. Okay, let's see. So did you see what just happened? So I just copied the humanized content. The content that AI undetect humanized me. I just copied it into GPT-0. And he's telling me that this is AI. If you look at the result here, human is 99%. That's because undetect AI humanized it for me. But I can't be content with this because I have not added what I have read, things I have known, experiences, clinical experiences you may have heard, you may have had. You've not added them. Over time, you've gained a lot of experiences and you did here. That gives you deep satisfaction. You know that this is actually your work. So is this humanized content that I now copy, sit down, I put it on Microsoft Word, sit down, and I start working on it, adding my experiences in the field, citing myself appropriately in other works I have done. Are we together, please? There's so much to talk about AI, and we can't do that in the time given to us. So I'm sorry this alone, but let's just go with this for now, please. So this is what we can do. So you can see our content has been humanized. And it's at this point, you now copy this, take to Microsoft Word and work on it. So this is just a brief way you can use ChatGPT. Another way we also use ChatGPT is you can go and do an empirical review. In fact, you can go to Google Scholar. When you go to Google Scholar, that's scholar.google.com, you see articles related to the topic you want to write on. You copy their abstracts. So you can copy an abstract. Let's just assume that there's an abstract here. I want to show you something. You copy this abstract, you paste it. Before pasting it, you tell ChatGPT, I will give you some abstracts. And I expect you to analyze those abstracts and write a comprehensive literature review from those abstracts. So you're going to paste several abstracts and tell ChatGPT, now do a literature review for me based on these abstracts I have put here. So you now go to Google Scholar. We can't do that now. They've shown you what we do with Google Scholar to get concise content so that you don't have to keep searching. We use certain operators to do that. We get concise and precise content, and we can now copy those abstracts and come and paste here. So how do you do it? So I've already told ChatGPT, I'll give you some abstracts and I expect you to analyze those abstracts and write a comprehensive. Do you understand it? To tell me yes. Now, when you want to paste the abstract, you can't press enter. If you press and enter, shift and enter creates a space. You paste the first abstract. When you paste the first abstract, you go back, paste the third. You do that, you could paste up to ChatGPT. Now, based on what I a comprehensive literature review, and then you can now send. And ChatGPT will give you a comprehensive literature review citing each of those authors in that abstract, in those abstracts. Then you can and check the level of AI detection. Because that literature review that it has given you that you have humanized with undetect AI, take it to Microsoft Word, sit down and critically evaluate it. Is your knowledge. So that's one. And we now want to go to a conference, a workshop, we want to present the content. That is where we come to the use of Gamma. So to use Gamma in the PowerPoint, I just sent to Dr. Dati Gamma. So I'll just create that our topic, and then let's use that topic to create content for our sorry, just a moment. I'm rounding up, please. Please, I know I've taken so much of your time. I'm rounding up. Let me just do this Gamma stuff and I'll be done. So I'm just copying this topic here. And I come here and I click create new AI. This is the one I always use because I don't want to do so much work on the PowerPoint. So I just click create new. Okay. So when I click create new with AI, create new with AI, it's not coming out. Network. Okay. All right, fine. So now it gives you three options. The first option is the option you may most likely use when you have content. So when you have prepared the content for your conference, your workshop, whatever you want to present, you prepare the content. This is the one you will use. You will come here, click on continue, and paste in your content. Then when you paste it in, you click on continue, and it will take you through the other steps, which you'll still see when I'm doing generate. But when you don't have content at all, it's only the topic, as in this case. This is the one you use, this middle one. You generate. This generate is the one you use. So I click on continue, asking me, what do I want to create? Is it a presentation? Of course, it's a presentation. 8 cards. Cards here refer to the number of slides. Because I'm using the free version, I can't do more than 10 slides. I can't do more than 10 slides. And then I can change the language to English US and UK. What I have is English US. So let me do English UK here. And then I come here and I paste plant-based remedy for cancers. So I can just tell it, generate a PowerPoint presentation on plant-based remedy for cancers. And then I click generate outline. Please, I'll be done in just 3 minutes. So it will now first generate an outline for me. Remember, we're using this generate option because we don't have a content, we just have topic. So for the one that we had content, when you click, it will generate an outline for you to decide whether I generate an outline. Sorry, my network is, it has done that. So now you will look at the outline and find out if that outline is okay. Because you didn't give it a content, it's generating the content for you. So you check if the outline covers what you want for your PowerPoint presentation. If it does, come down to settings. How much of text do you want? You know you don't want your PowerPoint to be text-based. In other words, you don't want the text to be too much, too detailed. So you can use medium, which it gives you by default, or you can change it to brief, so little text, so that you can talk to your slides. Then you can come here. It's giving you by default AI images. I like leaving it at this. Then is there any type of color, preferred color you want, style, mood, and all that? So you can just come here and change your settings. When you're done, you click on continue. Please, I explained this briefly in the slides, not very detailed, but I gave you the steps. So this is where you pick your slide theme, your slide design. You can pick this. Let's not waste time thinking of what to pick. So we've picked this, and then you click on generate. So let's see what it can do for us. And then we'll see how we can edit what it will generate for us. I hope the PowerPoint will just let it generate for us. Okay. So while we're allowing it to generate, I think I can take questions because I can export it to PowerPoint and edit it. Because once it gets to PowerPoint, everything on the slide is edited. Can we start taking questions? Please,
Yes,
I'm
we
done with my
can. Thank you.
presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Pomsi. I know you love to teach. And you make all of this look very interesting, like someone is playing Minecraft, and
Hello?
all of that. But I think it's hello. I said thank you so much. It's been interesting. I know you love to teach, and I think 1 hour is not even enough, especially when you like to have practical sessions when you teach with all these tools. In the last hour, we've actually had a lot on AI in research. I wouldn't waste time going through a lot. She talked about benefits, ethical uses, and a lot of um, popular AI tools that we should be conversant with and probably have them signed in and not just the app. So I think that's something a lot of us tend to use the apps, but she's giving us that inside knowledge that we should actually use them on our browsers instead of the app. ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilots for images, Gamma, especially for PowerPoint presentations. We've got lots of questions. I will just start now. One question is, how do you assess open generative AI? It's the same thing. How do you access AI? Does it have an app? Hello, Dr. Fomsi.
All right, like I said, ChatGPT, yes, does have an app, but we discourage people using the app because most of the content there will not be connected to the web. So first and foremost, before you start using ChatGPT, once you create an account with it, please link it to the web using that extension, Web ChatGPT. Then anytime you want to access it, just go to chat.openai.com. Everything is embedded in the PowerPoint, so I'm sure you'll be able to get it.
Yes, thank you. Then
I hope I've
there's
answered
also
that
another
question.
question. Yes, there's another question of list of AI integrity. I don't but I think you've gone through the process of how to, AI
Okay,
undetect and
that wasn't
humanize. I think
included.
those
That
were
wasn't
questions
included.
that were before. Hello, Dr. Fomsi.
Yeah, they can prompt it.
Yes.
Yes, you can prompt it. You can tell ChatGPT to do that for you. You can prompt.
Okay.
You can prompt
Thank
it,
you.
please. Tell it to give you a list of AI
Okay.
tools that promote academic integrity. So you can prompt it and get the answer.
Okay. So another is how
We
can
just
one
use. Sorry,
Hello,
we
Dr.
just use
Fomsi?
GPT-0 now. So
Okay.
yes, ma, please go ahead.
Okay. So how can one combine Mendeley app
Mendeley is just a referencing app, as you know. So when you're done with your work, you can use the Mendeley to check your references. It gives you references, but you need to curate these references, and that's where Mendeley comes in.
There were these other questions on how to link ChatGPT to Google Chrome. Another question.
Just an app. It's an app like ChatGPT is an app like Undetect AI. So that's the difference. It's an app. So what it does is it has AI detector embedded in it. So it tells you the level of AI you're using. It has we use the free version. We used the free version. But if you're using the paid version, it has a paraphraser, it has a deep scanner, it has a Turnitin plagiarism checker. So if you're using the paid version, it has each of these tools embedded in it. It's an app on its own. The same thing with the AI Undetect app. Things, AI detector, plagiarism checker, paraphrasing tool embedded in it. But we use the free version, and the free version doesn't allow you to get access to most of these other things. So we only use the AI detector and humanizer. So after humanizing, if you want to still paraphrase what you have humanized, you can still use the paraphrasing tool there. Or you can use other paraphrasing tools. We have Trinker, we have PaperPal, SciSpace has a paraphrasing tool, right? X.Rifle has a paraphrasing tool. We have so many of them.
That will teach how to use AI effectively.
On the use of AI. So yes, there is.
Okay. Well, those courses will come with some honorarium to NSA. How useful is ChatGPT in drafting the discussion session of a manuscript?
Yes, like I said, why not copy GPT and tell it to fine-tune it for you? If you haven't done any tables, I would suggest you use SciSpace. SciSpace has a feature where when you enables your work, and then it explains the tables for you. Then you can now copy those explanations, take them to ChatGPT, and tell ChatGPT to discuss them using appropriate empirical sources. Playing around with it.
Bola, please unmute yourself and ask.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Sorry, ma.
Yes,
I didn't know that I've not omitted myself. But I just request. Some of us would like to do a detailed course on the AI. We want to ask for the permission how to go about it and get the contact of Prof for follow-up lecture on.
Okay. The last slide of this my PowerPoint presentation has my details. So you can always reach me. If the slides are shared, you can always reach me.
The slides will be shared on the YouTube platform.
Okay.
And also on the website of the Nigerian Society of Anesthetists. The vice president and the chair of the academic committee will give more details on that. I think we've had quite a lot of time and questions. I will hand over now to Dr. Dati, who is the Vice President and the Chair, to recognize some persons and continue the closing of the webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much,
much.
Irene, and thank you very much, Dr. Pomsi. I think I will just hand over. We are running short of time. I will hand over to Madam President, Dr. Ursula Briggs, for her remarks and also to recognize some very important people here in our teacher. Thank you. Madam President, please, if you're around. Dr. Briggs, are you still with us? Hello? Okay. Okay. Are you around?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe she's off the network. So permit me to quickly recognize some of our senior colleagues. I've seen Professor Ushimo, General Ogumbi.
Thank you, well done.
Yes, Professor Ilori and Professor Chinake. If you want to say something in that order, Professor Kushimo, please unmute and let's have your comment, please, ma'am. Okay, General Ogumbi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dati, for bringing Dr. Fomsi here this evening. Indeed, this is a very, very important subject, especially for researchers and those who are interested in academic medicine. And for us as anesthetists, we cannot run away from the knowledge of AI in healthcare, or indeed AI in anesthetic practice. And for those who are senior registrars or those who are junior consultants interested in publishing and researches, definitely this is an icing on the cake that NSA has afforded each and every one of us. I thank Dr. Famsi for this presentation, and particularly too the moderator, Dr. Irene Ahideno, for effectively taking charge of this procedure. Thank you to the president of NSA for bringing Dr. Famsi again. Thanks and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. Professor Ilori, faculty chair, if you are around, please.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Oh, the lecture is quite at the same time that we should try to put in our own content and let us not copy chat AI and put there for our dissertation. And it shows us that things are getting easier. To write papers now is getting easier and easier if you know how to use the chat AI. So I want to thank the Chairman Education Committee because I know he's the one that used with the NSA President and all the people in the Education Committee of NSA for bringing up this thing. And we can see that the attendance is quite much. And thank you for giving the lecturer more time than usual, because I know it's usually 1 hour, but he has extended. It shows how important the topic is. I'm glad that the NSA is going to make their slides available. And I know it has stimulated our interest in AI because there's a lot that could be done on it. Thank you very much, Dr. Fauci, for giving us this opportunity. Enlighten us, and God bless.
Good evening. Good evening, Professor Legba here.
Oh, okay, ma.
Yes.
I've been looking for you.
I think
okay,
I'm on iPhone.
Go ahead.
My phone, my name is not actually showing.
Okay, ma.
What others have said, to thank everybody. And it's a big toy that you all have now. Please play with it intelligently. Yeah. God bless you all.
Yeah. Thank you, ma. I have Professor Waso, immediate past president, NSA, and then Professor Bibi Oshinaike, in that order, please, if you are around, please. And Professor Paponle, please, quickly. Professor Waso.
Thank you, presenter. It's scientist, sort of. But as Prof said, and as Professor Legbe and Professor Laurie said, there must be a balance, okay? Because that is my fear with this. Please, let's use this intelligently to actually extend the frontiers of knowledge and not just to dope and submit. Thank you very much.
I've seen Dr. Briggs is back. Please take over. I'm just recognizing some people here for their comments, and they're giving us.
Oh no, my dear Chairman, Education Committee, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll wrap it up.
Thank
you.
Yes, thank you. Hey, Professor Nwaso, if you're around. But before that, is Dr. Lillian Honor is raising the hand. Is it a question? Please unmute. Dr. Honor, Lillian Honor. Okay. All right. So I'm sure we will come back to this topic sooner than later because of what the chair faculty said, Professor Lebe, so that we use this intelligently. We will look at how we can come back again, some specific to help us in anesthesia with our dissertation. Thank you very much. Madam President, please.
Yes, you forgot Professor Fapole. She's on board with
us. I
us.
mentioned her name, but I was waiting for her to maybe network.
Hello, good evening,
if she's still
everybody.
Around, please. Yes, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Very stimulating talk this evening. I've enjoyed every bit of it. And just like Bibi said, it's making me look very old. But then my thoughts are in line with the last speaker. We all should embrace it, but we must embrace it intelligently. Let's not do copy and paste. I'm looking at an era where you will see dissertations now, pure AI charts, copy and paste, and no intelligence from our own side. Let's not go that way. We should learn the best ways of making use of this to present better things and not just do a copy and paste that you will just leave down and submit as your research papers. The world, I'm going to be sure, will have a way of knowing, like the plagiarism checker, knowing whether somebody is doing a copy and paste or not. But it's the way to go. Thank you for bringing this up. We all ought to be up and doing in knowing the modern ways of doing things. Thank you.
Thank you
very
ma'am.
much.
Thank you, ma'am. Please, Professor Lily Taria, I've seen him. If he's around, please say a word or two. The former president, National College. Hello, sir. Okay. Thank you very much, Madam President. Please, over to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, my chair, Education Committee, for your team spirit and for all the good work you are doing. I must thank you, Professor Fomsi, for this beautiful work. We have been working with you, learning under you. and we felt, this knowledge should be brought out, especially in line with current trends. And we do not want to be left behind as anesthetists. I know a number of us are already working with it, but wanted to bring it to the bigger house. So I must thank you for all the effort you have put in. Thank you, and thank you again. Of course, Irene, you've done so well. Thank you so much for managing the entire thing. To all other members, thank you to you all. I want to especially thank our elders here once again. Our grandmama of anesthesia, Professor Legbe, we are happy, we feel confident when you are here standing with us, Gidigba. And then our big brother and big sisters, Professor Fakonle, Professor Ilori, chairman of the West Africa College Faculty of Anesthesia, and our doctor, the general, the big brother, Ogubi, thank you. We are happy. Of course, my own brother, Oshinaike, thank you to all of you. We feel very happy to have you shielding us. I want to just say this, that rising from here, I think it's a clear call to us. I learned, I say of his truth, we feel old with this, just like Professor Shinaike and Professor Fakmoli said, but we can't afford to be left behind. We have to move the way the train is moving. And as teachers, as trainers, our students are going to be doing a lot of work with this to make their lives easy. So we cannot be left behind. We also have to understand the workings and be able to make the best out. So I want to ask that our faculty chairman on both sides will also do more. There's no way back. It has come to stay in every realm, not only medicine, in every educational realm. So we've got to also move with it. So it's been a very long evening. I want to thank every one of you. We're going to wrap up our presentations this month with this, and the next month we're going to do an exam month, which is October. So since we are not in, and well, you've made our day. Actually, we were up to 299 the last time I looked at the count, 299 participants. So this is very impressive, and I pray that and unavoidable skill and trend. So thank you, everyone. The PRO, do you have anything to say, PRO? Quick. My PRO, Dr. Shelley, please, you have the floor. Thank you.
I think Dr. Ponsi.
Okay, please. Thank you. I shared this on about 6 of my platforms, and a lot of my colleagues on those platforms joined, and they've been bombarding my DM now, asking how they will get the slides. So I don't know what arrangement will be made for them so that they also receive the slide and the recording.
Yes, the PRO. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So maybe if I can get, so if I can get the social media links sent to me, I can forward to them so that they can watch later and have access to it, please. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. We will share it on our YouTube channel, and I've shared the link on the chat box. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I've sent it to you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
The YouTube link.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So please, we have the following announcement to make. The All African Anesthesia Congress will be coming up in South Africa this September 13th to 19th, 2021 in South Africa. And our AGM and Scientific Conference, the 32nd Annual General Meeting and Scientific Conference of Nigerian Society of Anesthetists will be coming up in Enugu, November 11th to 15th, 2024. And the theme is Workforce Wellbeing. We also want to encourage our members to please pay up their dues so that we can do more for the society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm also seeing Professor Adeshokwa on the platform. He's one of our big men in the University of Port Harcourt who is involved with moving things forward. Welcome, Professor Adeshokwe. We appreciate you. We thank you for joining us. Of course,
Thank
Professor
you.
Mohammed Aminu, I can see you. Thank you also. Please forgive me if I did not remember to mention your name. I think Professor Deti would have mentioned a number of you and acknowledged you. So it's been a long evening. We need to sign out. Please, God bless you all. Keep moving, keep improving yourselves, and keep trending. I did not say this. Actually, I was in a meeting with Professor Anyanwu, the former editor-in-chief of the Nigerian Journal of Clinical Practice, and he was working on ChatGPT. I was inspired. I was pleasantly surprised. So age is not a barrier. We all need to move up and be relevant. So thank you, everyone, and good night. God bless you. Bye.
Good night.